Good evening and welcome to the Franklin Merit Commission meeting on February 4th, 2025. My name is John Schaefer and I'm the president. Let's have call to order first. Joseph Hollis.
Present.
Les Tabling.
Present.
Joe Allen.
Present.
Josh Shanafelt.
Present.
All present and accounted for. Tonight is the election of officers for 2025, and I'll open the floor by nominating Joey Hollis as president.
Second the motion.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. Very good. Does he step up and do it now? That's right. Trade places. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Next motion would be for vice president. I make a motion to elect Doc Schaefer as vice president, please. Do we have a
Second.
second? Can we have a vote?
Discussion.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? So moved. Next would be for secretary. Do I have a motion for secretary?
I move Les Tabling be retained for secretary.
I second the motion.
We have a first and a second for Les. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? So moved. All right, the next item on the docket is approval of minutes. We have three different sets of minutes to approve: November 12th, January 7th, and January 17th. We'll have to do them separately, I believe.
Yes.
So everybody has had a chance. We'll start with November 12th.
I make a motion that we approve the minutes from November 12th.
The motion's been moved by Les to approve.
I have a question for Bill regarding that. Is the box 406 Greenwood, is that the appropriate address? Or should it say Franklin at the top?
You can't say Franklin because you don't have an address. And
Okay.
Your address needs to, that's my address.
Oh, okay,
That's
good enough.
why we use it.
Thank you.
Do we have a second?
I second it.
Awesome, we have a first and a second. All in favor of approving minutes for November 12th?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, those pass. Next set of minutes is the minutes for January 7th. Had a chance to review if anybody wants to make a motion.
Make a
move-
motion to approve.
Les has made a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
A second?
All right, I have a first and a second. Any discussion? All in favor of approving minutes for January 7th, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right, January 7th, 2025 is passed also. Last set of minutes is January 17th, 2025. I have a chance to review. If I have a motion,
Motion to accept is printed.
Joe Allen is motioned. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Les. Any discussion? All in favor of approving minutes for January 17th, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any opposed, sorry? All right, so all three sets of minutes have passed in different motions.
And we'll need signatures from you, Mr. President, and from our secretary. And me, ultimately.
So the minutes prior to tonight need to be signed by Joey, not me.
Because they're being signed.
Okay.
Yes, the
Good enough.
moment of the
Gotcha.
action.
I understand.
Yeah.
Next item on the agenda is Chief's report. Chief?
Thank you, Joey. First off, thanks to Doc Schaefer for serving as president of the Merit Board. We appreciate all your work that you put forth. I know you spent a lot of time at the police department. We're doing the hiring process, so we appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thanks, Joey, for agreeing to be president. First and foremost, last evening at a city council meeting, Ms. Lynn Gray, city attorney, brought forth the merit list for certification last night, and that consisted of the 6 names that the merit board's familiar with. So I just wanted to let you, make you aware of that. Secondly, we had 2 lateral officers that were hired. We swore them in last evening at the city council meeting. First one being Austin Kane and Bailey Smith. They started their training this week. They were doing firearms training the last couple of days, and then defensive tactics and firearms training today also. We did a presentation last evening for one of our officers, Landon Carter, whereas I presented him with a commendation medal for an entry into a burning home to bring an elderly resident outside and keep him safe. So we recognized him last night. His family was present. We had a real nice turnout. I think Les was there, could attest to that. So we appreciate Landon Carter. And then we had, as you recall, Jake Massengale was promoted to a sergeant position some time back. He was actually the next guy on the sergeant list. He was officially sworn in last night as a sergeant. He's been in an acting position for quite some time. And so we gave him a lot of thanks for serving in that acting position while we were able to get that put together. Last but not least, off of that merit list that was just the last list that was certified, those 6 names, we will be taking 2 names off of that. Bill's presented us with a conditional offer for, the last one was Ethan Stewart. He's going to do some physical testing in the morning at the police department. So that kind of gives you a heads up on that. The last piece of news, just for information purposes only, is we talk a lot about the canines, and the public has been very generous to the police department.
Who has, Chief? I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Who was it that's been generous? I'm sorry, I didn't hear
The
you.
public.
No.
Citizens with donations to our canine program in the last, well, this will be going on the 7th year. We have not purchased with city tax dollars canines. Publix came together with our community partnership work. So it's a true testament to the officers out there on the street. I appreciate everyone for that. Having said that, we are going to have 1 canine that'll retire sometime before the end of the year. We're still doing some health testing on the dog and some work testing. The dog's 10 years old. And as you know, getting in and out of a vehicle for a canine, that's about, we're getting close to the lifespan of, or the working span of the dog. We'll be looking at replacing that dog. And I'm happy to say that we already have the funding in place for that particular canine. In August, as Joe would know, our local Masonic Lodge 107, Widow's Sons Motorcycle Club has agreed to do a fundraiser and donate the funds to the police department specifically for the purchase of a canine. And so I wanted to give them public thanks for that as well. Other than that, police department's in good shape. We just ordered some new vehicles this past week. I think we ordered 11 new vehicles for the fleet. All I have.
Thank you, Chief. There's no concern about Ethan, that we need to make a motion in case something happened to Ethan to hire the next on the list for you if needed?
I would say if we had, go ahead, Bill.
We did it last time.
Oh, we did both? Okay,
authorized,
I
yeah.
misunderstood. I
yeah.
thought we'd
Yeah.
used both of those.
No, sorry about that.
Yeah, we're to the second, not through the second.
Okay, I misunderstood.
Yes.
So we're good no
Yes.
matter what?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
I just want to make sure. Okay.
Chief, I do have a question. What's the name of the canine officer that is retiring?
Tim Coy. It's Tim's canine, yeah.
Okay.
And then, so Tim's been with us a long time. He's actually potentially going to be looking at retiring in the next five years. So we're going to go ahead and assign him a dog. He's actually our department trainer for canine programming. Does a lot of good work for us and
Right.
works directly with Von Lick, the canine, where we purchase our canines from. So it saves the city a lot of money, and it gives us someone on board that is trained and certified to train and certify our canines.
All right, thank you, Chief. Mr. Barrett, anything?
Just
for attorney's report?
Couple of things, thank you. One, I was going to say that you had previously authorized the hiring of Mr. Stewart, so that's taken care of. Chief, when is the election for Commissioner Hollis's seat?
That's a date that's still to be determined. We haven't set that yet. It's my understanding that we'll need to set that.
Yeah, well, the Board of Works needs to set it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I can follow up with Lynn just to see if she's got, if she's received, have you spoken with her at all? Is that something you want me to take care of directly?
Happy to do it if you'd like.
I'll follow up with her also.
You'll need 22 days from the night that from the night at which they set it.
Okay.
The only other thing I have, now that the days are starting to get a little longer, is the but the promotion process. This is a promotion year. We deferred setting dates and getting things started until we were finished with the new hire process. So here we are, and I'm bringing it back up. Recall that the test has to be the third Thursday in August, but that's the only date that's fixed in that process.
And how much time prior to the testing do we have to give notification to open it up?
Chief, when do you want to start the promotion process?
As we know, it takes some time to gather these books. So I'm kind of open to dates. If you have a few dates in mind that work better for you, we can go ahead and start working on some of this stuff. I'm open.
Why don't I talk, sorry, go ahead.
Right now, we're in pretty good shape, but we definitely, it takes some time, so we're gonna need a little bit of planning time.
Yeah, so
More of you than us, so.
So the test will not be until August 21st. So why don't I call IPSP, find out what dates they might have for some of the earlier parts of the process, like the question selection, and I'll report back.
Okay, thank you.
We're still 6 months out from the test.
Okay.
Okay?
You say August?
The test has to be August 21st.
Okay.
That's all I have, sir.
All right, thank you. Any old business to discuss? If no old business, do we have a motion to adjourn?
I move we
Motion to
adjourn.
Second.
Awesome, we will adjourn. Thank you, everybody.